Today we are talking about the people business. We're going to give you 3 tips to help keep you going in your profession. This is Irina, she's a realtor. I'm Alina, I'm in the custom cabinet business, and we're ready to kick it off. We're going to get into it.
Yes. So I think the first point that we want to talk about is who you are, knowing who you are in business.
Who I am.
Yes.
I know who I am.
Right. But knowing it really, really deep, it basically is a foundation to you as a person. And we all know there's a vibe to a person. And you can sense when the person is insecure. And you can also sense when a person is secure and when they know who they are. That dance was pretty cool.
But I got a good vibe going. You said vibe and I just started vibing.
Oh, yes.
No, but that's huge. I totally agree that you're talking about the vibe, the environment. People tend to just naturally give that off, even when we don't try. It's either there or not.
Yeah. So knowing who you are, what that includes for, I'm gonna talk from a real estate perspective, is knowing who you are as an expert in real estate. So of course, the goal of realtor is serve a family with their real estate needs. And you have to be ready as a realtor that you're not for everybody, and that is completely okay. Because we as people, we're different, and in people's business, people attract to people that they like. They do business with the people they like. And also having an abundance mindset. That topic is huge, because what is abundance mindset? It was
abundance of money.
That comes with it, believe it or not. I know, but it's I would say it's fairly new to me as well. I found out about this concept, I would say, a few years ago, but all I hear is, oh, you're a realtor, there's such a competitive field, there's so many realtors, and that is true.
Those are haters, naysayers. Don't listen to them.
They're realists, that's what people think.
Realists?
And yes,
are they, though?
I am competitive, you are competitive, yet there's enough business for everybody to go around. There's enough wind to keep the sails going for the ships.
That is an optimist perspective that you're talking about.
Yes, but how can you do business without being positive? There's enough.
Do you know how many people are out there that are not positive?
I believe you. That really creates a vibe of confidence. I have nothing to hide. I know that my people are going to do business with me, and I'm going to do people with the people I like. I not necessarily... What are you doing?
I'm vibing. You're saying vibe. I just start shaking. So if you say vibe, vibe is important.
Vibe is important, and not in the funny way. Like the vibe, we have this...
But it is funny.
This millennial thing, vibe.
It's a vibe.
Keep vibing.
Swag.
And swag and vibing.
Yeah.
Vibing.
No, it's a positive atmosphere that is created by individuals. Yes. We are powerful individuals.
What you think, that relates and becomes your vibe, because what you think of yourself and how you present yourself to the world, to your potential clients, to your sphere, that's how they're going to react to you. And if you're not as a confident person, if you're insecure,
you just said confidence. That's huge too.
Confidence in like security.
I agree. I think it's not even just a real estate thing. Custom cabinets, in the people business, any business. Honestly, that if you are directly talking to people, you have to find something within you to brings confidence out of you. However that happens individually. However the person can dig inside and get it out of them, they need to find that. And that's huge as far as knowing who you are. Number 2, healthy community.
Oh, that's huge.
You absolutely need to get around the people in your life, whoever it is. You need to value your page of people list. And hopefully you have at least one on your list. Because if you don't, you're going to sink in the professional business. You have to have your mentors. You have to have your people that are ahead of you in life. And honestly, the people that are not toxic people and try to one-up you or challenge you or bring you down or play the devil's advocate, whatever that negativity is, you need to have people that combat that. So when you do have a bad day or when you're not feeling yourself or the vibe isn't there, you can go to those people and they're going to be like, you know what, you need to shake that off. You need to get back up.
And they remind you who you are.
Yeah. Hey, here's a book. Read this book. Hey, accountability. Where is that step in life? And from both of our businesses, real estate.
It's so important.
Yeah, you deal with clients on the daily. It's like you just never know who you're going to get. And everybody's different. You have good days and bad days, but like some days can really knock you out.
Yeah, a biggest person that got me started in real estate, and I do want to say her name. She was huge. And you know, we are still amazing friends, and I really value her time and friendship. Lisa Phillips, she really put that early on in the career about having the right first of all mindset, and then just providing pointers to reminding who I am as a realtor, what's my goal as a realtor, also being a believer and trying to serve with my business to people around me, because that's really a service.
Yeah. And isn't she like way ahead of you?
She is. She
See, that's huge.
Absolutely.
To have a person
who's
that is
so far ahead.
That is way further ahead of you. I don't necessarily have that in the cabinet business. I didn't find
you're pioneer
an old
cabinets.
Geezer that is
she's a pioneer in cabinets.
Yeah, but I kind of substitute that with family and friends that create a healthy environment, and the check up on me, and then make sure I'm on the right track, and hey, how's business going? Hey, aren't you supposed to have $1 million already? Aren't you? So that is like the best thing. The second best thing. The number one best thing would be somebody that you mentioned, like Lisa, where
like mentor.
Yeah, she's way ahead. She's been there, done that, and you can just get trickled information from her, which that's huge.
Right. So the first one is remember who you are. The second one, actually having a community of people reminding you who you are and keeping you accountable. And the third point that we wanted to bring up is remembering and refreshing your goals on the regular.
I think there's a difference between your real estate and the cabinet business. Like this point number 3, remembering your goals and setting visions, it's almost everything. I think it's more important in my business than your business. I hang on to that. Setting my goal, my brother and I, we set a vision and goal for 2021, and we are now actively chasing it. So whatever things come up on the people business, dealing with the goods and the bads, we keep refreshing ourselves of the goal of that we're gonna be reevaluating in December of 2021. I think it's so important for us to stick to something like that, because we, unlike real estate, I don't know, speak from your perspective, but we don't like bringing in clients. You mentioned abundantly. There's work for everybody. That's important for us, but we can't handle more than a certain amount of work. Like there is a cap that if we just take on work and we don't deliver jobs on time, that's actually going to sink our ship. So from my perspective, keeping a goal and vision, knowing where the cutoff of work is, right? A project.
Good point.
And be like, hey, sorry, we have to start denying and saying no to more work, more money, right? Because everything else is going to sink.
That relates knowing who you are, because if you overextend and overpromise, you tend to then underdeliver.
We know the number that if we reach that number, then per month on projects and whatnot, we have to close the doors basically and not let anybody in.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the Bible story. What is it? Noah Ark?
Yeah.
The Ark.
No one gets in. No one gets
shut
on
the
ship.
doors and keep the ship going.
Right.
So I guess let me know from your perspective. I don't think you would ever shut the door on any client coming in. If there's like, hey, sell my home or buy my house or blah blah blah, you're always there, right? Because it's a huge turnaround.
So in real estate, and of course fellow agents will agree with me. One is knowing your goal, how many transactions you want to do. But in the daily, how that looks like is a series of little systems that really feeds into the big goal. And you have to stay true to those, a series of little processes and systems that you do daily, weekly, to get you to those big goals. And then of course there's you're after referrals, you're after new clients. You have to take care of your existing clients. You really take really exceptional care of them. And that is part of the systems, because money is in the follow-up, and how you perform those follow-ups really determine how you're going to do.
I have a story. I think it's so important to follow these 3 steps, because there's going to be some, I don't know how to put
Unpleasant?
this, crappy people that you're gonna have to work with. And I think you have a ton of stories, and to me it just
human factor.
Last week, man, there are some things you do everything right, you work your butt off, and then you're still gonna have pushback. You're still gonna have the naysayers and the haters in the people business. That honestly, to me, my philosophy is to do this to serve people and to give it my all, because honestly, I'm just doing it for the glory of God. I genuinely love people, and I want to put my best foot forward, and I want to serve them. That's my motto. But when I get something like I got last week, then it becomes about money. I'm sorry. Then I turned that off, and I'm just like, you know what? Now this is business. You better pay me. We're gonna be.
What happened?
Oh, hardcore. Well,
just a tough phone call.
No, it wasn't a tough phone call. It was actually a client of ours. This house has been getting built for now, running on its third year. Yeah, third year from scratch, and obviously the homeowners is upset, and the people that they hired on a penny, trying to save on a dime. Anyway, a lot of things went wrong, and we're the cabinet people. We come when the structure is already built, and we can come in and take measurements and all that stuff. So anyway, I sensed early on that he had a big trust issue. Trust factors. So he was asking personal questions like, how do you guys build your cabinets? And I give that information freely, and it's like, stop by the shop,
take a look.
And then I also made it a point of mine to serve him, to build his trust. I started sending him updates and pictures and anything.
That's like above and beyond.
Yeah, I went above and beyond, and because then you just care and you want to help this person, right? And it's an unfortunate situation that the client is in, but I don't know, through an email I responded to something that he said, and I said, like, those contractors need to stop twiddling their thumbs. They need to stop twiddling their thumbs and get your home finished so you and your wife can move in. Like, quote for quote. Like, that's what I said.
What did he say?
He didn't even respond to me. He emailed my boss, my brother, Kirill, and said what I said was inappropriate, and that I'm off. Like, I am off the team for the remainder of this project. Like, wow. The first reaction is, I'll tell you what. Like, I'll tell. Of course. I mean, it hurts, right? It's like, if I guess every time you care or you want to serve a little too much, if you really invest yourself into the people business, the pushback can be very hurtful, because that doesn't feel good. It's a perspective that if you get a third party involved, it's just like, I was the closest person, I guess, to get that dumped on me. But so that's why these 3 points, to me, they really, really helped me to refocus. The third one is the most important. Like, I make that about the money. I'm like, okay, here's the right thing. I'm not going to respond. I'm not going to blow up. I'm going to go to my vision board, my goal. Okay, my goal is December of 2021. I'm going to start stepping onto the next project and keep pushing, because that can take me out. Honestly, if I don't have a goal and vision and I start getting carried away with how could he and blah, 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 then I take it personally, and then I'm useless. Then my next project will suffer, and my next project will suffer. And the next person I meet might get that dumpster on them. So it's really important to keep these points.
Yeah, that really takes air out of you. So that's the biggest thing working with people. It is very rewarding, but it's also could be very, very challenging. As long as there's a human factor involved in your profession or your career or your work, it's always going to have its unpredictable challenges. You have to manage people's expectations. It's a long subject.
Expectations. You always have clients that come back to you and said, "You promised me this." It's like they take it like it's biblical, man. You suggest something, you offer something, you do the research, and
it's being taken literally.
Yeah.
And your job as a real estate professional out there is watch your words, because while you serve and extend yourself to serve people, whatever we say is being taken literally. And so
my jokes get taken literally.
Yes.
I can crack a joke right now and somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, I can't believe she..."
You're gonna get canceled, Alina.
Cancel culture, oh my gosh.
Yes. But so remember who you are. Have people around you who remind you who you are, and also review your goals regularly. I think that's going to really, really help you on your way serving people, keep you on your balance, keep you in your groove, and also just grow your skin thick, because we are around people. It's inevitable that...
Or tan your skin.
Or tan with red. But anyway, you guys, please click that bell button and subscribe.
Forgot to mention the subscription. Yeah, we're kind of doing good. We've slowed down a little bit, but we need you guys' help to sharing this YouTube video. Apparently is a thing, and it helps with analytics that you're researching. I don't know. Somebody told me like, hey, get your subscribers to share some of the stuff. So please, not only if you're a subscriber already and you're watching this, please share it
on your social media. I think that's really universal.
Yeah.
Especially.
And it'll be more searchable. It's going to help YouTube to pick it up. So that would be huge if you guys can help us in that area. It's just going to continue to grow our channel. And then also, give us some direction. We just love coming up with topics and discussing.
We have a whole list.
Whatever the heck. I mean, if you want to know how-tos, then, okay, shoot that our way. I have no problem doing that. But then, also something like this. If you guys want some business advice, we're getting after it every day. We got a bunch of books in our cars, audio books. I just finished the book Rich Dad Poor Dad.
I love that book.
Great book. Highly recommended.
I'm after ninja selling book right now. We're studying that. Yeah, something like that. With the black belt. But yes,
ninja
thank you guys for your support. That really means a lot. Click that like button to help the rhythm keep us going. That really keeps us going. We're doing this. We have a goal for a year, so watch our journey. Help us out. Do give us direction what you want to hear, and
create a good vibe.
Yes, stay in your groove.
Do a little shake. Ah! Yeah. Irina. Okay. All right, we gotta go.
Take care. Bye.